My name's Ryan. I've been here just over 3 months. Since I've been here, I've really immersed myself back into a natural way of living. You know, I get up just as the sun's coming up. I go to bed pretty much an hour or two after the sun goes down. I'm outside most of the time. I came here because I wanted to learn how to live sustainably. I wanted to learn the skills to be able to have my own piece of land one day and be able to feed myself, look after the land, work with nature instead of fighting against it, and also as a way to reconnect with nature as well. I did my 3 months volunteering term and I was offered a contract to stay here and to start earning a living by living this life. I moved from the farm team onto the inputs team. And inputs are responsible mainly for, it's like the end and the beginning. It's the merging together of the waste. So when we do a harvest, all of the food scraps, all of the peels and the roots and everything that we're not giving to the customer, we will take those and turn them into compost. All of our food scraps that we don't eat after the kitchen team have prepared all the dishes that they do, all of that food waste will then go back and become inputs. So we turn that into compost. We turn the veggie scraps into worm food, which then is turned into castings and then is put back into the system. So inputs, I see it really as the end and the beginning of this whole cycle. So we're here in the forest now collecting dead leaf litter and rotting carbon material to add to the process of making worm food. There's a few steps to what we do. We make a bokashi, which is an anaerobic fermentation of vegetable scraps. And then we mix that with fresh carbon, like dry leaf litter and cardboard, at a ratio of 2 parts carbon to 1 part bokashi. And then we let that convert from the anaerobic fermentation back to an aerobic fermentation. And what that does is it kind of pre-digests all of the carbon and the nitrogen sources in that preparation. And it becomes this really potent, readily available food for the worms. And we're also collecting, as a byproduct of collecting from natural bushland like this, is we're getting all of the indigenous microorganisms that are present right now doing all of the breaking down and the recycling of the fallen material. Yeah, so leaf litter, twigs, even fallen trees, the mycelium and the bacteria, they're just going to work and breaking everything down. So we're bringing all that powerhouse of natural decomposers and adding it to the worm food. So that's not only a food source for worms, but we're creating this super healthy, diverse powerhouse of indigenous microorganisms within that worm farm as well. I'm looking forward to developing more in this area, learning more about soil life, the microbes in the soil. That is so fundamental to a healthy garden, a healthy forest, a healthy system. It's like, without good biology in the soil, you can't grow good food. You can't sustain life. So I'm really becoming more and more fascinated with that world. And I guess looking forward a little bit further, I mean, this place is always growing. There's always new people coming in, new energies, and there's always new positions and space for people that are here already to move up like I did. So I'm excited for the time when somebody else or the next person comes in and they see something in the inputs team that really excites them, and to have their thirst for knowledge and expanding in that area, to come in and sort of, be just build on the new passion that I'm finding for it all. And I'd love to share that with other people, anyone who's interested. And even if you're not interested, I'm probably going to share it, to be honest. And it's up to you what you do with it. It's like the hidden world. Not that many people know much about it. And once you crack that door open, it's like there's so many little rabbit holes to go down. With the microbiology, the Korean natural farming, there's like organic composting. Burning biochar is something really new to me. There's so much knowledge here, such dense quality knowledge to be soaked up and shared by everyone.